welcome to the third and final day of Speed Week presented by Mastercard. We are live from a very well-behaved wood, that is Goodwood. And much like the cars, the weekend has flown by.
Out they pour then for this 20-minute race for sports cars and production sports racing cars of a type, as you've heard, that race between 1952 and 1960. To GERRY JAGUAR, Ron Flockhart and John Lawrence raced this car at Le Mans. Balancing the power against handling on the tail now of Katerina Kimlova. Cooper Jaguar T33, a car that was once upon a time owned by Bernie Eccleston. Number 6, though, James Cottingham, trying to find effectively 0.8 of a second to go onto pole position. He's done an absolute best. So James all fired up after his very impressive race win last night in the Sterling Moss Memorial Trophy. Comes then down now to Woodcote. "20 minutes then for the Richmond and Gordon trophies. The flag will fall now. Great start by Miles Griffiths, who absolutely rockets away like a robber's dog. Brilliant start. Well, he's about 2 lengths up already as they dive down towards Madrick for the first time. That was an absolutely perfect start.
Oh, well, one of them just gone onto the grass, but otherwise a clean start.
So the front engine Lotus 16 versus the rear engine Cooper. Here comes Will Nuttall, then a good exit from LAVANT. He's going to be up alongside, so they can run together quite nicely. Change for the race lead at the end of lap 1. Will Nuttall goes through.
Ooh. There we go.
That is Tim Bailey, isn't it?
JW Maserati.
Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is not a happy sight, I'm afraid. With the wheel off, this could well be a safety car, couldn't it, now,
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
retrieve things. That's Nick Adams. The Ferguson has now no wheel drive in a sense because it has stopped. So right on the edge of the road, Nick Adams. So this will be the last lap. And the Richmond and Gordon trophies are going to be won then by Will Nuttall after a great drive. Comes across the line ahead of Miles Griffiths.
So we're at Goodwood Estate. We've got an amazing off-road course here. And behind us is probably the most anticipated car of 2020, the brand new Land Rover Defender. So we're going to do some off-roading. Is now a good time to tell you I'm a really bad passenger as well?
Really bad.
So we've got some markers out there, and that's going to help you with your overall time. Hit one marker, take away 2 seconds. So hit as many markers as you can see. They're the big red poles, you won't miss them.
Okay, markers, not the pheasants.
Okay, so straight over the middle, you've got a marker in the middle. Stop the fireworks! Okay, so we're going round the berm, you've got a marker on the inside. So with the left wheel, try and get that one. Yes, perfect. Very good. Here we go. So easy over the top. That's it. And then you've got a marker on the left here. Yeah. That's it. So accelerate a little bit. That's it. And then off a little bit slow around these ones. You don't want to go over the top, so bring the left wheel up. Yeah. That's it. And then that way. Perfect. Very good.
What's all that rat-a-tat-tat-tat?
No, I think there might be fireworks that we've got underneath the car stuck. Watch the pheasant here. So hit one in the middle. And round to the left. God, I think that firework didn't come through my window then. Okay, so remember, through the middle here, through the deer.
Sorry.
That was perfect. I get ready with the stopwatch. Stop. Very good. Look at that action slide over the finish line.
Oh man! To go. Yeah, that was amazing.
Here we go then. That's Marc Gené, Esteban Gutierrez in the 2017 Mercedes. He went very quickly in the shootout yesterday, didn't he? Qualifying in that car.
And one other thing that we touched on over the course of earlier demonstrations was how not only have the shapes of the cars changed, and to a degree that's inevitable because everybody feeds data into a wind tunnel and it will spit out the same result. The Maserati 250F, going back to the 1950s of Formula One, where it was a very different era. We are set to go racing. 20 minutes for part 2 of the St Mary's Trophy. A flag to fall, which it will do. Now we're racing. Who makes the best stop? On the outside it's Mike Jordan, but look right because that's Oliver Taylor squeezing by. unleashes all of the horses. Here he comes, and he just strolls on by, gets past Tim Lazell. Jonathan Lewis watches this battleship go past him. This is a real attack for the race lead as the two of them slide their way through St Mary's. Here comes Wilmot then in the white and gold Studebaker. He's on the outside line for LAVANT. He's got his nose in front. They touch. There's a lock-up. They're going to touch again. No, not quite. Bill Shepherd goes back through. They're going to be side by side, and Wilmot goes through. Yes, he's done it. Great racing.
Absolutely cracking stuff.
So this is torn off in the traffic, and the Jaguar locks up and rotates, and that forces torn off onto the grass. In fact, it was Nigel Webb's Jaguar, apologies, that was the one that spun. Will help his chances of getting by. Mike Jordan then under attack. Is he going to finish third? Torn off wide onto the dirt there. He's closing, he's up alongside, he's on the grass as well to get past. Fantastic, Sam Tornoff does it. I am coming through, he says to Mike Jordan. There is no arguing with that. It's going to be a win for Adrian Wilmot, who comes towards the timing line. He takes the checkered flag to win a really lively race.
Right, this is starting to feel like an absolute stitch-up. They said to me, come to the woods, wear a harness and bring ear defenders.
How are you?
I'm very well, that was quite the entrance.
Yeah, it's beats walking.
It was like seeing a real-life superhero. I feel like I'm in some sort of Marvel movie. The thing that I'm terrified about is I have a feeling I'm supposed to be learning this.
Yes, this is why we're standing here. This is our training rig. We've taught about 70 people to fly, and often it takes only a morning's practice to kind of get your brain to dial into that kind of balance, believe it or not.
Oh, it's so heavy. Ah! Oh! Whew! That was insane. I can't really, it's so hard to explain and describe it, but it is the closest thing to feeling like a superhero. And you know that if you had you just want longer now to get good, because obviously I wasn't the smoothest at times.
The driver's sitting up high, no seat belts, no roll cages, just all about bravery. This as away they go. You're on board with Duncan Pittaway here as they head down towards Madgwick for the first time. Sam Hancock, this is quite a sight. And Majube goes wide there. Finds the grass on the outside of the road and place change there. Look, Ben, as through on the inside line into the race lead goes Julian Majube. Has Huey Walker got a problem? And he pulls to the outside, looks across. I think it's just lack of horsepower. Here's the 200 horsepower of the Darren unleashed on Mark Walker. Zapped straight through from third to first. Hopping walk there to try and get a bit more power. Well, Julian Majube goes through. Bit of fuel in that. So struggling for fuel now, so can he attack once more? There is one more lap to run at the end of this, and look at Huey Walker closing, diving past into the lead. Fantastic. Huey Walker, he'll be starting the last lap at the end of this. He was the driver that finished in third spot in part one.
Can he gather enough of a cushion through the next 2 or 3 turns and hold on to it as we just see yet more pumping?
We're heading down towards Woodcote. There they are through the traffic, and it's going to be Mark Walker that goes back into the race lead.
Julian Majube just taking an ever so slightly defensive line into the chicane. Will that keep second place in the bag for him? Has he got the grunt? No, he doesn't.
It's a race win, though, for Huey Walker in another very entertaining SFH trophy. The so-called Batmobile BMW, the 3-litre CSL, heads towards the timing line. Tom Christensen with the Porsche WSC 95. Oh, wow! Big slide. Can he save it? It's on the grass. It bounces. It slides again. It's still in the right direction, just about. The multiple Trans Am winning Ford Mustang, the ex-Tommy Kendall car that Ollie Bryant has. James Cottingham will drive in the Dallara. Greg Thornton, by the way, has been really good in the first sector there. He is. Now this is Harry King, he's up the curb here as he presses on. Tom Christensen is back out again, this time in Audi's latest R8 GT2. Nick Padmore, yesterday he did a 69.9. It's not going to be a 9, I don't think. Let's see, he's up towards the line. It's in the 10s, the 11s, 12s at 112.503. The Jerry Marshall Sprint, it is a race for Group 1 saloons of a type that raced between 1970 and 1982. Nick Jarvis Rover there that gets a real tax slapper going into Madgwick corner for the first time. Well, off the road goes Padmore. Also off the road goes one of the Camaros there, you'll see. Over goes the Mini. That, I'm afraid, is Jason Brooks. It got sideways, it bounces, and it's ended up upside down, and that's a real shame because it's going to be an interruption to the race. So the flag falls now, and away they go with a good start made this time by Gregor Marshall.
Davis goes up the inside into Madgwick. Can he hold on to it? The car runs wide between the two apexes. He does. He closes the door as they exit the corner. Will he try and, yes, go around the outside in the braking area? Huge lockup using the escape area. Luckily it's tarmac, not gravel, but now he's on the grass. Can he hold it together? Yes, he can. Cracking stuff from Orlando Lindsay. Lundqvist has to half go defensive on the inside into LAVANT. On the other hand, he was having a look at the leader. Not particularly healthy, but certainly has the legs of the car. There you go. That's what I was worried about, because that is a big piece of bodywork.
Davis covers the inside line. Jack Tetley will have one more chance on the run to the flag. If he can surge up alongside, he's going to try to do it. Here they come. Checkered flag at the ready. It's going to be almost side by side between the two of them, but Craig Davis hangs on to win a great battle in the Jerry Marshall sprint. Craig Davis wins by 0.217 of a second.
DRIFTKHANA is about to kick off, and right on cue we have the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400 going crazy. Becky, for those that don't know, what exactly is DRIFTKHANA?
Well, DRIFTKHANA is an all-new segment for Goodwood SpeedWeek. As you can see behind us, it's all about fun. Now, normally we'd have so many spectators here, they'd be walking all over the pristine lawns, but now we've got DRIFTKHANA because we can now use that space to have some fun on the motor circuit. Now, all I want you to remember is the 3 S's: speed, style, and sensors. So obviously this is how our competitors are going to be marked. We have speed, you're going to have to get from start to finish as quick as you can. We have style, you're going to be marked on your style. If you're more flamboyant, you're more precise, then you're going to get time taken off. But if you don't get your sensors, you're going to get time added on. So you might not be the fastest competitor, but you'll definitely be able to win.
Baumgarten Jr. Now this looks a little bit more controlled than what it did yesterday. Makes his way around the barrels, nice flick through. He's up 20-inch wheels on the back of this GTR. Pokes out the pit lane, blows up the hay bales and that tight gate. Now, gets it too close, gets the front bumper caught under the front wheels. Now, will he continue? He does, the front headlight. I'm going to tell you now, if this is for the show, George Barkley gets it wrong and parks himself onto the drums. Reshakes as he flicks that car through the circuit. He goes for a 360, reshakes, absolutely flying and on 4 and the lights flicker as reshakes, hits the bale. James of the Machine Dean almost catches that front bumper, makes his way now into the wall ride. Very nicely done from Dean. He rearranges the wall though, and incredible stuff. A 57.464.
This is the TWR Jaguar era that we are celebrating this weekend at Goodwood. They're the XJR 12. Now this was for the IMSA series. So there you've got the James Cottingham Tajero Jaguar lined up at the front. There is the flag, and the LAVANT Cup is go. Who makes the best start? It is Ben Adams, who gets away nicely from the outside of the front row. Look at Ben Adams cheekily trying to come back around the outside of James Cottingham as they come out of Madgwick corner. Here, look, the power of the big Jaguars versus the Lola, which is great under braking. Ben Adams lost the place, maybe 2, but he's got them both back because he brakes ludicrously late coming into the corner. Somebody all over the grass there, getting it wrong, coming into the chicane. That D-type not quite seemingly quick enough in a straight line. Phil Quaife is quick enough though, and he goes through on the inside, picks up a place, then goes by, and that gives him 4th. But MARINO Franchitti is way out in front now, 3.5 seconds plus. So can MARINO Franchitti fend off the charging Cottingham behind? Out of the chicane they come. Lots of traffic ahead. He's got no time to admire the machinery though. The HWM Jaguar there, the ex-Duncan Hamilton car just ahead of him in the hand. But MARINO Franchitti powers across the line, takes the checkered flag, and MARINO Franchitti wins the LAVANT Cup for the 1952 to 1960 sports racing cars.
And here he is, MARINO Franchitti, victorious in the LAVANT Cup. It looks like it means a lot to you.
It really does. I've been coming to Goodwood since 2005. I've never won a race here, and it's always one of those things I sort of didn't want to talk about, but really something I really wanted badly. And you know, we haven't run the birdcage for a few years. It's generally been outpaced by some of the bigger cars, so I think we knew we had an opportunity this year. The guys at 1010s prepped it beautifully, and it was just, it just means I wish my family was here. You know, Holly and Luke are watching at home. This one's definitely for Nick, who owns the car, my father-in-law, who, you know, is wanting the car himself, and to finally get that is special.
Dario Franchitti gets away with lots of wheel spin then in the Brooklyn Ford liveried Ford Sierra. You're back to 1989 into the chicane, so this is going to be good for Richard Westbrook. He's on the power.
Through these corners where he will feel the benefit of that downforce.
There is a problem for the Lotus. He's going to get it to the line, but yeah, a shake of the head of all the times to have a gremlin. Morgetting Jr. gets it as sideways as possible. Brilliant control into the chicane. Fantastic stuff. So here he comes with the back over the curb and the dirt being kicked into the air. He fights the car into the chicane. He's not going to be the fastest. This is the man that he has the Goodwood lap record.
Sparks flying from the under tray.
Is he going to be the quickest ever lap? 68, 69.973. Not quite as quick as he went yesterday. So there is the EINRIDE, this amazing heavy-duty autonomous electric truck, doing its lap of Goodwood.
By the way, that's reasonably quick.
It is, isn't it?
Well, it made mincemeat of it.
We can have a look at BMWs through the ages.
And I think this car, the V12 LMR, is one of my all-time favourite race cars ever. Stunning open-top prototypes.
Yes, 1999, that BMW won Le Mans.
It's when we see these cars now and you see that huge front grille, that all of the modern BMW styling starts to make sense. You realise there's context, history and tradition to it.
It's going to be good. The last race of Goodwood SpeedWeek, presented by Mastercard, is the Royal Automobile Club TT Celebration. The flag falls now. Who makes the best start? Charging up on the inside, there goes Craig Davis to try to gain ground. The Chevrolets, the leaders, are going to be side by side, and here comes Mike Whittaker into the mix as well.
Now Whittaker hoping that he can follow Malassian through, and he does.
Stig Blomqvist goes round the outside and runs out of road and hooks a wheel onto the grass, and not even the 1984 World Rally Champion can save that. That's a big hit and a big spin. Lights out. We're going to go racing then, and then he will accelerate away as he comes through the chicane. Now back onto the power. Adrian Wilmot coming under attack from Andrew Smith on the inside line there. Smith, number one, gets up the inside. Is he going to go through? Yes, he is. That was brave stuff. Now, this is what happened to the wall, and it is the Craig Davis Jason Plato Corvette that nicked the wall.
Mike Jordan's going to have to go defensive. He doesn't do it. He needed to go earlier to the right to close the door on Lotterer. I wonder if he realised that that was a fight for position. Remember, this is his outlap from the pits.
That's the leading battle. Ollie Bryant versus Andre Lotterer. This is for the lead change. Andre Lotterer lines up on the inside line. Ollie Bryant gives him room because he knows that that car is coming through. Lotterer at the top of his game. Jordan to the inside. Is this the move? Yes, yes, yes. He's done it at last. Through he goes. Mike Jordan goes through into second place. So that's the race leader. And he's all on his own. Andre Lotterer, he's mighty impressive in this car. He's taken to it like a duck to water. Oh, that was Phil Keane, wasn't it, coming by? Oh. So there's the contact, puts the Sierra Buick off the road. Wiper pops up and the round spins.
That's Damien Faulkner at the wheel there. They obviously just had some confusion, both hugely experienced, capable drivers. So just a little drift, keeping it quite tidy actually. I would say that is less of a historic racing driver's style, and he has to take avoiding action. He was a little bit overzealous into the chicane.
The checkered flag is at the ready. The car that started on pole position was started by its owner, Fred Wakeman, and Fred Wakeman, with the help of Andre Lotterer, will win the RAC TT Celebration at the end of just over an hour of great GT action.
Andre, first of all, congratulations, that was incredible.
Yeah, second in a row, I can't believe it. So I love this race, it's good for me. No, I had a lot of fun. Fred did a good job, and then we had the safety car, so the gap wasn't too big. And then, yeah, just was out there enjoying myself, and we had good speed with this car, and yeah, really loving Goodwood.
Close call at the chicane though?
Yeah, suddenly I had to avoid a car that almost stopped, so I thought the safest way was to go straight, and I slowed down a bit to not get too much advantage, and thought that was the best. I hope I don't get any penalty, but it should be fine.
How would you sum up your Goodwood SpeedWeek?
Goodwood is paradise, you know, to come here and race with these cars on this track. It's a fantastic place, and yeah, thanks to organizing it, and that we can be here and play and put on a good show.
Thank you so much. Fred, we've got to have a quick word with you. What's it like being teammates with Andre?
Well, it's easy.
being teammates with Andre. He drove another unbelievable TT. This car has been here many, many times, and it's never achieved a first place. So only Andre can deliver that.
Congratulations.
It's gonna be worth more money now.